So the movie Life is out, and it's about a bunch of astronauts, including Ryan Reynolds and Jake Gyllenhaal, who are on the International Space Station, and they finally get soil samples from Mars. Well, when they start experimenting with these soil samples, they discover that there's bacteria in it. And the bacteria, as you see in the trailer, grows and eats and kills people to form a giant alien monster that, wreaks havoc on a spaceship. Hollywood's never done that before. Well, I'm pleased to announce that this movie does it a little different than all the others that you've ever seen. Is it a remake of Alien? Not quite, but it's kind of like a reboot for Alien 30 years from when it happened. That happened in the 70s. It's 2017. Holy shit, 40 years. I just had a total mind blown. But it's good. I enjoyed this movie quite a bit, more than I thought I would. I went in with my family. We all went out, grabbed some popcorn, good old afternoon. And I was expecting it to be kind of average, run-of-the-mill movie. And I'll get into some bad things real quick, but first some good. All the acting is incredibly well done for a horror movie, actually. Jake Gyllenhaal brings his A-game in this. He was very believable. All the scientists are great. Ryan Reynolds is his classic goofy self. But that was one of my favorite parts, the tension. There was so much tension in this movie. There was tension the entire time. I think it sounds like 2 hours, but it was not a 2-hour movie. But there was tension from start to finish. There was complete tension throughout the whole film, which was very good for a horror movie to do. It held my attention with the tension. The creature design was badass. When it grew up, it grows to a pretty decent size in the movie. I thought it would get bigger than it does. But it's an interesting concept that we haven't seen before. It is kind of like a squid thing, but I'm not going to give anything away because you've seen in the trailers with the tentacles. And it's really interesting to look at. Another thing the movie does well is that it doesn't break its own rules. There are things in the movie that present itself, like they can't do a certain thing to keep the alien out because of something else they established earlier, and it stays in that guideline. That you don't just go through the movie and you don't see them do something and go, oh wait, you can't do that because of something happens earlier. They follow their own rules, which is great as a horror trope that doesn't actually work all the time, or they do all the time in horror movies. And it was really well executed. One of my main things I had a problem with this movie, though, is the marketing. The marketing for this movie sucks. The trailer, it's hard to make a trailer for this movie because it is them on a spaceship killing an alien, so there's not much more you could do besides people going like, where is it? Oh my god, where is it? And then, horror flashes and killing. But one thing my main problem with the marketing is that they give a death away. And I'm not going to spoil who, just in case you haven't seen it. But there is a trailer out there where it basically shows the alien kill someone. So when this person's going one-on-one with an alien, the alien and the person finally, meet up, I knew that person was going to die. It wasn't suspenseful. But luckily, that's not a real big issue with me because it's an alien horror movie. Guess how many people survive? And there's only 6 people on the ship. 6 or 5. No, there's 6. So, take that as you will. But overall, the tension and acting, the creature design, I loved this movie. I thought it was going to be an average film. Pleasant surprise, a great surprise of 2017. And I'm going to give this movie a 9 out of 10. It was great. I want a sequel. If they make a sequel to this movie, it could go into so many places. This world they created, with this monster they created, could go into so many directions. And I'm trying not to give anything away, but they could do a sequel. And it would be interesting. I want to see more. Yeah, imagine having Godzilla versus this thing. Whew, that'd be badass. Alright everybody, I hope you enjoyed this review. I'll see you next time here, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time. There goes a sight from my soul. There goes
goes a sight, there goes a sight. Now there goes a sight for